topic.
What a fabulous lead-in. Oh my God. Okay, so before we get to what we're laughing at, Jen, I just want you to know a little banner popped up across the top of you that said actual recording is higher quality.
I'll fucking say.
Objects on your Mac look scratchier than they
I
are here.
feel like it's the equivalent of you looking at me without your glasses.
It is a little bit. Yeah. I'm like, oh. Like, it doesn't look bad. I just thought there were more
Pixels to her face.
Suddenly she's 72 PPI. Boy, don't I feel that way all the time. Low resolution Lillian.
I love that. Is that like your anti-hero in burlesque? That would be a really good heel character for you to create. Low resolution.
Too much blurring powder.
This feels like a drag roast.
I mean, I have drag things to say, but I would love to discuss your necklace, which is what we were both laughing like hyenas about.
Oh my goodness. Oh, fuck buddies. I am wearing, so first of all, we both look fucking adorable today. I mean, this is canonical, but
you
still.
should be looking at our video stuff. Yeah.
You should be looking at our video stuff. I know the videos automatically play on Spotify. Otherwise, they'll eventually make themselves available on YouTube. But I have this necklace that is a series of heads of the stars of The Sopranos. And it is and I mean this in the most complimentary way, stupidest thing I've ever purchased.
It's so good. It looks like Pussy's coming up behind Tony to like get back at him. Right?
Yes.
And Paulie's just over in the corner pounding like he does.
Oh my God. He's just got that little reflective sunner.
Oh yes.
He's just minding his own fucking business.
So wait.
So great.
Who okay. Is that Sal?
So we've got what the hell is his name on the show? We've got Lil Stevie. Lil Stevie.
Oh, and that's Chrissy up there, right?
We got Christopher. We got Tony. We got Pussy, and we got Polly Walnuts.
That's so funny. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have picked Stevie, but that's fine. Maybe that was the best face to cut out. I've been there.
I mean, I do feel like as a tribute to New Jersey, as this inherently is, you got to have Lil Stevie on there because he's also part of the E Street Band. Did you not? Steve Van Zandt. Bitch.
What? Okay, no, that is Steve Van Zandt. I thought, okay, I was confused. I thought it was the mob boss, the boss who got knocked off, and then his son they called Little Somebody.
Oh,
and he was running stuff. It's Sal, isn't it? Isn't that his?
I don't remember his character name.
Oh God, we gotta fix this.
But it's Steve Van Zandt.
Oh
Whoever
my God.
Steve Van Zandt.
Who is not the same person as Gus Van Zandt.
Nope. Definitely different.
Steven Van Zandt, Sopranos.
Bam.
Oh, he's also known as Miami Steve.
Didn't know that one.
Silvio, not Sal.
Silvio, thank you. Yes, that rings truer.
I don't know if you saw, but Ashley Atkinson, the actress that we know who is on that wonderful historical
The
show
Gilded Age.
Thank you, The Gilded Age.
I got you.
She just posted a picture of a still where she was like, I thought that I looked like him, but I didn't when I said it out loud, and the this flashed up on the screen, and I was like, oh my God, I look like Syl, and the entire crew laughed. There's a picture of her where she looks just like making the same face.
I love it. I gotta go find it. Gosh, Ashley Atkinson is such a canonically long real one.
Oh,
That
for
sounds like a
sure.
sex toy, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Let's
Fuck
go.
buddies. Fuck buddies, if you've kind of always been deeply interested in fat portrayals in media, I mean, there was very famously a Neil LaBute play in 2000,
Oh, like 5
college.
or
Yeah.
6?
Yep.
Maybe 2004.
Yeah, I feel like it was early.
Fuck Neil LaBute.
But yes, there was this play called Fat Pig, and it was incredibly problematic, but it was very remarkably one of the first straight plays I can think of that who necessitated a fat female as its lead.
Right.
And Ashley Atkinson played that, originated that off Broadway.
It was at the Lucille Hotel, I remember.
With Jeremy Piven. And
right.
it,
Like, do you remember he said he got mercury poisoning from eating too much tuna? And everyone else was like, something happened to you because of too much cocaine is probably what
That's a lot of tuna.
Entirely too much tuna. I was setting you up for it. I wanted you to take it home.
You were. My vast failure, especially since that was the job I wish I had had. The job that was like,
still do it. I think you should make your own tuna sandwich, and we should reenact that moment.
God, that would be great.
Jen is referring to Oh Hello, which was off Broadway with people who I love, whose names I can't think. Nick Kroll and
John
Mulaney.
Yeah,
Together we
John
have one
Mulaney.
brain. That's good. Good team.
It's just a lot of leadhead, you and me together. Hey!
Yeah, Jen was supposed to puppeteer a giant tuna sandwich, and then it didn't happen.
Oh, it was so great. And it was just going to be given to me. Like, the job was just going to be handed to me because one of the producers reached out and was like, hey, you're a puppeteer and I love you. And would you like to do this? And I was like, yes! But they ended up cutting.
They had the stage manager do it, right?
They did, yeah.
They
It was just
who was already backstage do it.
Right. Which I get as someone who has now produced a show and realized that no money exists anywhere.
No, there ain't none.
Not a dime. Yeah, that would have been a sweet gig. Sorry, you set me up and I immediately face planted.
That's okay. That's okay. I have a fun thing. Do you remember when we sat here, and we're not going to do quite the same thing, but you remember when I made you watch me smell all of the
yes
toilet spray?
Do I?
We basically had like a poopery
swatching party.
Yeah. So I caught wind that this company, which I got to tell you, didn't even know still existed, is about to close. And when I show you this, you'll go, oh my God, my childhood.
Oh boy.
Do you remember
these
scratch-and-sniff stickers?
You mean the things that are all over my art projects and my vocabulary tests and my kindergarten?
The company is called Trend. And they are apparently, if they're not going to close, they got me good. Like, whoever manufactured that urgency, I was like, I cannot lose another thing from my childhood. Like, I keep saying, I wish someone would just let me know. I wish there was a way that I could sign up to the universe to be like, if this is ever discontinued or this is discontinued, because I've had my heart broken with like 4 really important pieces of my makeup lately.
Yes.
So please just let me know so I can buy one last one. And the universe said, here you go. And so I put a bunch of stuff in my cart, and then universe also said, $10 shipping, please.
Fuck you. And yes, of course I'm going to pay it.
Girl, the tariffs.
As a reminder for those of you who can't see these are those stickers that if you were alive, if you were at school age in the 80s and early 90s, you got these on your everything. And they look like the Schoolhouse Rock animator.
They do. You are correct. I wonder if it is the same person. It's
I'd be
definitely that same
curious.
style. It's like deeply 70s, 80s, little cartoons, and I think that there's fuckers. Oh, it does say 2 sheets. Okay, good. I was like, this is so much money for only 1 sheet of stickers. So like this one says irresistible, and it's all corn. It's like a little happy cob of corn.
I love that they have not updated these
Not one bit.
at
Not
all.
one bit. Not one
They've
bit.
been in business for 40 years since.
And they were like, nailed it. And they were right. They were right. This one, so this one I don't remember smelling. This one I think I remember smelling, but it is cinnamon bread that says I loaf it.
I love you.
I like
Oh my God.
I loaf it. I loaf it. I loaf it.
That one feels like a stretch.
Here are 2 more that seem more updated that I have also not smelled. That is a shark that says sharp.
Oh,
And
I
we
see the
have
wordplay. What if you
a
smelled it and it just smelled like chum?
Whoa. Did you see that Trump's in Scotland and places were had signs out that said, "Come in and get some free fish guts to throw at Trump"?
I did not. Oh.
Blessings on ye Scottish. Oh, everything's fine. I just realized that my computer's not plugged in. Deep doop deep dop bop bop ba da. Everything is fine. Okay.
Yay, new computer.
Rainbows that say fantastic.
Fantastic.
Which I don't know what that smells like either. This is supposed
It's a
to
half
smell
a
like
rainbow.
ocean. This is to smell like rainbow. Yeah. This is the straightest rainbow I've ever seen. It's only blue, green, and yellow.
No.
Okay. These are 2 that I have smelled. I am deeply excited about this one because it smells weird. It's like weird cinnamon. I remember this one because I had this weird little funny little, it was like a change purse, but it was made out of mesh so you could see through it. So, and I kept all my favorite ones in there, and I never stuck them to anything. I would just take them out and smell them. So
oh my
the Joy
God, you little
Joy
squirrel
one,
child. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I didn't ever understand. So I liked to keep them, but if you then did a sticker book, it wasn't like you could put it in a sticker book and save it for later and then put it on something nice. I got in trouble when I was younger for putting stickers all along the side of a fucked up bookcase that no one should have cared about.
Right.
No one should have cared about. My mom got mad. She tried to peel them off. It looked like shit. And then she was like, "Why did you?" And I was like, "It looked way better when I." At 4 years old, I was like, "You got to trust my aesthetic." But then wait, here we go. Here's the best one. Poppin' Good, the popcorn one.
Yes.
And I put the dill pickle one back because the dill pickle is a novelty scent for me where I'm like, I can't believe that smells so weird. But I had to know.
I had a dill pickle candle once.
Oh, that's coming back around. There's all the rage now is pickle flavored shit for the kids. It's not the new mustache. It's not the new bacon, but it's up there. Not that we're smelling each other's mustaches. This says Data Pro.
Oh
it is
God.
a ream of the kind of printout paper that has the rip-off things on the side.
It's called dot matrix.
Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Oh my God.
And this is printout scented. Do you remember what a fresh stack of printouts smelled like?
It smelled like hot batteries.
Yes. Wow. The nose.
It smelled like pure ozone.
Yes. And I would very much like to at least open that one and smell it for you.
Oh my God. You're giving me the best possible social content.
There was another one. Again, they were only like $3 or $4 each, but when you're buying a ton of them at once, then it really adds up. And I was like, I can't buy $50 worth of stickers.
You can't.
Not right now. Girl, the
In
tariffs.
In this economy?
Okay, I'm very excited about
During Pride Month?
During Pride, very homophobic. Okay. All right. Data Pro. Okay, I get what they're going for. I appreciate the effort.
It's
You know
not
what it
hot
smells more?
batteries,
It
is
smells
it?
more like manila envelopes is what it smells like.
Oh,
But unfortunately, I happen to be deeply familiar with their pepperoni pizza scent, and it smells more like that than anything.
I bet you it's just a tiny tweak. It's like, and add a little glue to pizza, and you've got a printer.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's in there being like a sorcerer, an alchemist. Um, crayons. It smells like crayons.
Oh,
It smells like a new box of
crayons.
Crayolas, which I'm not mad at. I'm glad that I know. I didn't want to die. I didn't want these to die without me knowing.
God.
There was also a roller skate one that's supposed to smell like leather,
Ugh.
which I didn't get. Um, do you want to smell another one?
Yes.
Do you want to know what rainbow smells like?
Yes.
Because the other ones smell like they smell for sure. The
That's a
pepper,
psyop rainbow.
yeah. Hello, fellow rainbows.
Oh my god.
Wow, they definitely have updated their packaging. This couldn't have been this hard to open when I was a
Wow.
child. Okay, trying to get that other smell off my fingers.
Rub them in coffee beans.
That's delightful. I mean, it's kind of like generic air freshener smell. Oh, that's nice. I think a rainbow could smell like that. It smells like,
Fruity?
no,
Or
more,
like
more a
fresh
little
linen?
fresh linen-y. Yeah, yeah.
Got it. So that's like the clean
Sky.
laundry Febreze.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Not the
Okay.
cloying kind, but like the so fresh.
One that has a sheet floating in the wind on a
Yeah.
sunny day.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's delightful. Yay, that was very satisfying. Thanks for
Oh
coming
my
along.
god, hooray! I love
Um,
it so much.
Additionally, if you have a hankering for the that style of art, but you don't necessarily want the stickers, you can go download free coloring pages from them. They're free. They're free. The company is
Print them
called,
out on your dot matrix paper.
yes, Trend Stickers, Scratch and Sniff Stinky Stickers. Let the good times roll. Make new memories with much loved trend designs from the 80s. Oh, the other one that I
Wow.
put back because I was like, I really want to know, but I will never ever use them. Like, they're probably so gross. The ham
The
one.
ham. I need to get you the ham immediately.
It
What
says
the fuck?
it says ham it up.
Oh my god.
And then there's a lawnmower one that says whoopee. Which makes me feel like
Wow.
that one was animated before. Do you know that there's a warning on those old standard push mowers that say, like, don't put your hands underneath it and pick it up while it's on?
Yikes.
I remember seeing that, and I was very young, and I asked my dad about it. What a rare occurrence that not only was I hanging out with my father, but he was mowing the lawn. Wild, wild times.
Imagine.
Goodness. Anyway, yeah, I remember being like, why is that on there? Who would do that? And he was like, it's on there because someone must have done that. And I was like,
Uh,
again, couldn't have been more than 5 years old. Just being like, people are mad stupid.
yes, there are lots of mower disasters. Lots of mower disasters. It's crazy.
Que lástima.
Kay Lasty, my girl.
All right. Thanks for coming along on that journey with us,
Oh,
you guys.
what a treat.
I can smell the popcorn when we're right through the
Ah, of
thing.
course you can.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
That's
imagine? I
mountains
have
of
to
joy.
wonder. I mean, it says they're all retro and that they were all, originally released back when we were kids. But that ham one feels a little bit like we're being punked.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So
Well, it's hard to tell because there was definitely a skunk one. I remember the skunk one. The dill pickle one was definitely old school.
there was a skunk one,
Yeah, there was a
and
skunk
it
one.
smelled like a skunk.
I mean, it smelled stinky. It smelled vaguely skunkish. Yeah.
I'm learning something interesting, which is that you had these on hand as a child, and I only ever got them from teachers.
Oh, I
Oh my
I was
God.
obsessed with stickers, but also I'm sure a number of them came from when my mother was desperately trying to potty train me, which again probably had something to do with my ADHD. I just like I would get wrapped up in something and I would be like, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, gotta pee. And then I would be like, I want to finish this Lego tower. And then by the time I got up, I was already peeing.
Oh,
And this was like well into first grade. I didn't wet the bed. It was literally I got shit to do. I don't want to get
yes.
up. And I didn't like poop my pants. It was just pee.
Yep.
Um, not that I remember. I would remember that. That sounds traumatizing. So I had potty prizes. It was an old Planters peanut jar that my mom had washed out. And then she would fill it with stuff from the gum machine, like little nickel, 25-cent, 10-cent little prizes. My favorite in there was the little books of tattoos that you used to be able to get before people started making acid sheets look like those little tattoos.
Oh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
And the whole deal was it was a tiny little stamp thing that you would like lick your arm or use a wet paper towel, but give me a break. Lick your arm, lick your hand, and you would put the thing face down on it, and you would lick it a little bit more, and
This
it
is
would
a tale of two children. I always used the wet paper towel.
really.
Go on.
I couldn't be bothered to get up. I was in the middle of something, so I would have been the child. But so they were less worried about like an adult selling us tabs of acid somewhere and more like there might be one on the ground somewhere and you might pick it up and be me and be like wow, wow, wow. So those are my favorite potty prizes. I would get the prize if I successfully went to the bathroom. So imagine like every time I was going to the bathroom I would be like,
Oh,
I did
give
it.
me that sticker.
I get prizes. So yeah, they were definitely, I accumulated some from that. And I like I said, I didn't the only things as a child to do with stickers is to like trade them with your friends, which never is equal. Like you always get shafted, or put them on stuff that you already own. And I was already told not to do that. So I just had them.
Yes. Slash the third thing that I'm going to speak for my entire unhinged friend group for, which is the sticker is so precious that you dare not put it anywhere. And
Right.
then you end up with stickers like in a little folder for 30
Yeah.
years because you're like, I can't. What if it gets wet? What if it
Mhm.
gets torn? What if anything?
That's why
Gabby
mine
and
were in that
George and
little
I
cage. Mine were in
obsess about this.
that little wire box. I found it when we were moving. I think that I probably threw them out. I think I smelled them and threw them away. But I did find them when we were going through my mom's stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, even back then, I'm like a top drawer stash person. Um, I think everybody has like a junk drawer, but I have like
Mm.
a special drawer with like stuff. And if I don't have a special drawer with stuff, it will just all go in my underwear drawer and then get mixed up with my underwear. Yeah, I remember getting them um, on papers and stuff, but I imagine that the teachers must have had to have been slightly careful because you can't just put a skunk sticker on everybody. Like you gotta have, maybe that's why I know what they smell like because my teachers were like, this bitch has a good sense of humor.
Yes, slash, I wonder if you were more inclined to have your mom just buy whatever, whereas the teachers were like, okay, we're going to give popcorn, we're going to give those strawberries, we're going to give the little slice of orange, the root beer guy.
Yeah, I unimpeachable fragrances.
Yeah. Uh-huh, exactly.
No hidden meaning.
What a fucking delight.
Yay. Those
And,
arrived like a half an hour ago.
oh, yes. I love it. Also, I need to bring up a great text that you sent me. Reminder, dot, dot, dot. I want to talk about the Hat Man.
Do you know who the Hat Man is? Have you
Riddle
heard
me.
have you heard of the Hat Man?
I have heard nothing. I got a weird text from you and was very excited.
Some of you out there right now are like, yeah, the Hat Man. The person who mentioned this to me, my friend Lucian, mentioned it offhandedly the way, have we talked about the game?
I brought up the game back earlier this spring, I think.
Yeah.
I brought up the
So
game
sorry, you guys all just lost the game.
again.
But I didn't know.
It's
I
white
think
nonsense for those of you who don't understand.
it was either you or Derek who was like, "Oh, the game." Um, Life is a game. If you think about it as, if you ever think about like, "Oh, fuck it, we're in the game," then you've lost the game for the day. Like you have to like get it back. Um, Lucian was like, I believe they said, I feel like I owe the Hat Man money or something like that. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, I just feel like, I feel like he's kind of following me lately. And I was like, what's the Hat Man? And they were like, oh, it's like a archetypal apparition that a lot of people have reported seeing. It's usually, but not always, associated with sleep paralysis. And I said, I'm sorry, is the Hat Man wearing a fedora? And they said, yup. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I've seen the Hat Man. The one time that I saw a ghost at when I was working at Pianist Envy, where I was like, this place is haunted. Oh, it might
Yeah.
be me.
No.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I saw the Hat Man. That's what I saw. Like I went and I looked up what other people have described as seeing.
No, don't like that. Don't like that, Lillian.
I was completely awake at a
Uh-huh.
shift at work. Anyway,
No.
let's not meet.
Let's not fucking meet. Absolutely not. Oh no, I don't like that. Lucian,
I know.
watch your fucking sixes. Lucian, take jujitsu.
Mhm. Lucian can take care of themselves.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Fuck buddies. Lucian did an episode of Dreading the Boards with us. That was absolutely delightful, where they talked about being a crew member for film and TV production, and just the crazy shit they had to do, and how strong and badass and take no shit they had to be. It was wild.
Yeah. Yeah, they've seen a few things.
They've seen some shit, including the Hat Man, apparently. Don't
Yeah.
want to know that.
It like you know how sometimes it just feels like someone stabbed you with an icicle just in between your tits? That's what it felt like when I was like, "Oh, I've participated in this. I know what this phenomenon is." And I was just like,
yeah, just no, nope, absolutely not.
I gotta put my hair back. I'm screwing around with it too much. It's just very shiny today. It looks so shiny.
It looks so healthy.
Thanks.
I love it.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, very cute.
Thanks.
Okay, well, that's horrifying.
Woohoo!
We went from stickers to fucking supernatural phenomena. Welcome to all the fucks.
Welcome to all the fucks. I'm Lillian Bustle.
I'm Jen Ponton.
If you're tuning in for the first time, this is kind of the vibe.
Yeah, pretty much. Terror, nostalgia, hot femmes. What more could you want?
Things that are thrilling, whether that thrill is like a sexy time or a scary time.
Hey, adrenaline's adrenaline. Oh my god.
Tell me.
Okay, all right. There is a roller coaster at a park called Cedar Point. Oh, I'm gonna be the. Yes, me too. I actually thought that Cedar Point was supposed to be the Cedar Point.
I want to go there before I can't ride roller coasters anymore because I'm really on the verge of feeling too woozy every time I go on.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's a young man's game.
I wish, I mean, I guess at this point I'm like used to it, but I really wish I could have been on roller coasters for the last 20 years. It was a very additive experience to my life.
What do you
Uh,
mean? Wait,
oh, did I never tell you this?
no, you can't go on roller coasters anymore?
No, I haven't been able
Oh.
to since I was like 19. Like I have made a couple of exceptions
Aw.
along the way at critical moment. Like I've gone on the Cyclone. I went to
Okay.
Coney Island. I got on the Cyclone.
You went on the
I
one that's the most possibly painful.
I regretted it all day long.
Yeah, yeah. That'll
But
fuck up your coccyx, man.
yeah, girl, my coccyx was jacked. Um, but
I didn't want to say anything.
but more to your point, I was super dizzy and I had a headache that I couldn't get out of. And
Mm.
I was nauseous and I was like, and that all started like really out of nowhere when I was like the summer I turned 19, I think. Um,
Oof.
I know, especially because I was still, like relatively carefree and like had long stretches of summer right next to Dorney Park where
Ugh.
I could pay $15 and go and just like tear it up from 5 p.m. to I think 10 p.m. was when they closed the park. Yeah, I used to be a total roller coaster maniac, and it's how I kept my distinct fear of heights in check.
Oh, how interesting. Okay.
I was full on, and I didn't realize how much it did until after because I was always on rides as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, the like immersion, the exposure over and over. But once that wasn't a part of my life anymore and I was no longer being, flung hundreds of feet in the air for fun, I was like, oh no, I'm 5 feet off the floor. This is terrifying.
Yep.
But so I've missed so many rides for over 20 years, which is batshit math.
Mm.
More time not on roller coasters than on, but there's at
I mean,
Cedar Point.
hopefully, most of us, hopefully that's the ratio for the general population.
Can you
I'm going for
imagine?
65% of my time on roller coasters. I'm only taking a break to go on the Wonder Wheel.
There's somebody, who has lived their life like that.
Oh, God.
So it's Cedar Point in Ohio, which is like a very renowned amusement park. There's a new ride called the Siren's Curse.
Sounds misogynist, but okay.
Yeah, Siren's Curse. And it's this fucking crazy ride, Lillian, where you go up the initial steep slope.
Sorry, are we the Argonauts though? Is that what I need world
Yeah,
building.
needless to say, yes. So you ride up the slope, and then and then it plateaus right at the peak, which I think is 160 feet, and then you are on a platform that turns 90 degrees and faces you down.
Oh, I've seen that thing. Didn't they already have to rescue people off of it?
Yep.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, where Resto Track go?
Yup.
Where Resto Track has gone.
Because the track is supposed to then come up hydraulically to meet it, lock in, and then they release the cart and the cart goes down, which just it's not necessary.
That is the hubris of man.
Oh my God. Like there are so many things that can and will go wrong.
Right,
You're going to spend so many evacuations. I'll tell you what, the one thing that I'm grateful I've never had to do and that I probably never will do is have to evacuate a roller coaster.
A roller coaster. I haven't had to evacuate, but I did get stuck on a roller coaster once, and I got stuck on the bucket sky ride thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you get in a little thing and then it just goes up, like a gondola. Like
yes.
I used to work at Busch Gardens. I was on my way. I used to get rides with people, so I would come in early and then just fuck around the park and then go to work. And it was about to rain.
That's the life I could have been living. That's that 65% life, girl.
I did, yeah, I did my best. Um, it was about to rain, but they only closed the coasters. They probably are better about it now. They only close the coasters if there's like lightning and thunder within however whatever the vicinity.
Right.
So
Right.
you might get a little rained on a roller coaster, but no big deal unless you are stuck on a roller coaster in the rain. So there's a roller coaster. It was the first roller coaster with two upside down loops. It's called the Loch Ness Monster. The loops are interlocking. It's a hella good coaster. Like it still holds up. It's just thrilling enough, but it's not trying to do all the zany tricks. It's literally just like,
Hmm.
"Ark, ark, 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 ark. Oh fuck, you're going down, and then
Yeah.
you're upside
Two
down,
loops
but
and
you're
then a
not
couple
upside
bumps.
down. For it's not like a stunt. It's not like the ones where like you
Right.
hang upside down and you're like, oh Jesus Christ, and then you go back. It's just like woo. Solid coaster. But the first incline is insane and it goes forever and it's loud and crunchy, clacky. And as I understood it,
I
because
can
they
feel it
only,
in my teeth right
I
now.
know, tick, 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 tick. There's, I can't say how long we got stuck. It was long enough to make me late for work. So probably like 20 minutes. And somebody came and they only got one person out, but they had to walk him down. The guy was too tall for the shoulder restraints. And I don't know why they didn't find out until it was halfway up the incline.
Oh
But apparently
no.
his thing wasn't all the way down and they couldn't get it to go all the way down. So they had to unlatch him and walk him down. And he was like, sorry, everybody.
And that's 90s tech too.
The only reason why I knew what had happened is because I knew the people who were working the ride. Like when I got off, they
Mm.
were like, girl, listen to this. But that's
Oh
why
my
I am
god.
like, I'm a little bit psycho about if I can find some coasters have the sample seats. Have you seen these to make sure that you
Oh yeah,
fit?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually really a lovely courtesy so
Yes,
that you can be like,
totally.
ooh. Also, some coasters in the middle have two rows that have a wider chest
Oh,
doodah.
that's great.
So, if you get to one and you're having trouble with the harness, if you could just ask them if there's a better row for you, somebody will reseat you and they won't make a big deal out of it. But if you can catch it beforehand, especially if you have a broad chest or if you're just a bigger person or if you have enormo titties, like it's good to know. It's good to know
That
before you stand in line for 45 fucking minutes. But
uh
yeah, I was stuck on the
yes.
incline. We got rained on. I was late to work, and then I was like fucking soggy all day because even though I had brought clothes to change into and I left them at Threadneedle Fair, my bra and underwear was wet from sitting on the.
Oh, I hate it. Oh god, being stuck in wet undies is
So bad,
awful.
especially since the
Just
rest of the day
terrible.
was also hot and gross. So
Yeah, right. Oh my god. No, I've never had to evacuate a coaster. And I honestly can my least favorite part of a coaster is the climb. The climb is the scariest for me. The drops are fine. I hate the
that's
climb.
so interesting. So you're better with the ones that shoot you because then there's
I mean,
no because then there's no
it's
anticipation.
that's fair. And the answer would be yes, although I would say that that's technology that started that wasn't so popular
Oh, you've never done one of
at
those?
the time.
Okay.
No, I feel like I have, but like we didn't have one at Dorney that did that.
Mhm.
And I might have ever done something like that at Disney or Great Adventure, though I'm not sure. Um
Great Adventure probably has one. I don't know about Disney.
yeah.
They're not
It
like known
was
for their coasters.
for their exciting rides for you shitting your pants. Yeah, being shot up is better, although still terrifying.
Okay.
It's just going up, but the clackety clackety and the anticipation,
Oh,
so dread inducing.
I'm sorry. That
I don't know
sucks.
if I told you this. I feel like I must have, especially because we were hanging out when we were doing Resentment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I this like fear of heights has extended inconveniently to bridges. Mm.
Oh.
So, something
Oh,
that
that
I
sucks.
that I also only learned when I wasn't constantly driving across bridges. And I used to do a lot more city driving, and so it
Mhm.
was just like part and parcel. But then COVID happened, and then I got on the Verrazano Bridge probably summer of
Not
2021.
a place that you wanna feel panicky in the first
Oh my God,
place.
Lillian! And I'm on the lower level, and I'm with Jory because we're going to Rockaway Beach,
Uh-huh.
right? We're going to, I think, Curvely's event.
Where there's sharks now.
Oh,
Multiple sharks have been seen off of
oh
Rockaway Beach.
shit!
Multiple.
Good for them.
Good for
Oh,
them.
well.
Mama.
So we're on the Verrazano. I don't yet know this is a problem, but I haven't
Oh.
driven over a big bridge in a year and a half.
Mhm.
And we're on the Verrazano, and all of a sudden I start to have a panic attack. And it's worse because there's construction, and so we're stopped. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh no.
Yeah, because you
Oh
don't usually
no.
have to hang out on a bridge. That's not
No.
usually part of the game.
And I can power through. I can pep talk myself through as long as we keep moving. But we were stopped. And I was like, oh no. Oh, what's happening? And Jory's like, oh God, keep it together. And I'm like, I don't think I can. And I did. Like, eventually we made it to the belt. It was fine. But holy shit, it was really intense. And so because I was staying in Brooklyn while we were doing Resentment, and because it just made the most sense. I was like, well, I should take the turnpike and I should get off and I should take the Verrazano. And I would have to hype myself up every time I went over the course of a few weeks. And the night before we were beginning the shoot, it was a Sunday night, and so I'm on the Staten Island Expressway, and there are not yet signs lit up that are like trouble ahead. But the next morning, I think at like noon, I think my call time was like noon.
Mhm.
The next morning, I'm supposed to be on set, and I'm supposed to be spending the night in Brooklyn with my friend Mars. But as I'm approaching the bridge and getting myself ready to go on the bridge, everything is a standstill, and there are signs that are like two vehicles stopped on the lower level, like an accident on the lower level, and only upper level is available, and the lower level isn't moving. And I took the final exit that I could, and I was like, nope, not going to Brooklyn tonight. Getting a hotel room,
I
staying
remember
here
you
on
telling me
Staten
about
Island.
that. Yeah. Yeah. You were like, done and done.
There's
Here
no way in hell.
and away we go.
You cannot catch me on the upper level of the Verrazano.
Oh my God.
No way in hell.
You know, you told me a really great hack, and I use this all the time for different things now because you don't like to go over bridges, but sometimes Google Maps is like, ma'am, that is the best way, and I know best. That you now pick the way that you want to go and you navigate to the tunnel. And then when you get close enough to the tunnel, you change it to where you're actually going.
Yes!
Dude, that is so
Yes.
smart. I do that all the time now when I'm especially when I'm
Yay!
coming home late at night, because it almost always routes me through Port Authority, and
Mhm.
I'm cool with that. But sometimes I'm like, man, I fucking know if I can just catch the World Trade at just the right time, I can make this happen, right? I don't really
Yes.
like I don't want to miss that World Trade Center train, because then I'm sitting in World Trade Center in the middle of the night for 40 minutes. And usually I don't want to say usually, but like the amount of times that I've been at World Trade at 2 o'clock in the morning when the fire alarm system is going off,
No.
I don't know if they test it every fucking night or if it's just quirky, or if
No, I
people are
don't
just
like
starting
that.
fires over and over again.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, there's nothing worse than being like, well, it doesn't matter, drunk or sober, at 2 o'clock in the morning, waiting for your train for 40 minutes because you just missed one, and then having to
Oh.
hear the alarm go off the entire time.
Wow, that sounds incredibly unpleasant.
So bad. But yeah,
No.
your hack is great. I use that quite a bit.
Ah, hooray! Yeah, yes. And for those of you, if you're driving, you don't have to do it in two separate mapping things. You could make you can make the bridge or the tunnel your
stop.
middle stop.
Yeah.
And that way your map will keep going, so you don't have to like futz with it
Right.
mid-trip.
I have definitely not figured out how to do that, but I believe that it is possible.
Yes. Yeah, totally possible. I love that. Yes, that is such a great hack. I can't tell you how many times my phone has been like, no, let's go on the Verrazano. I'm like, bitch, let me live my life. Send me through Bayonne and then send me down underneath in a tunnel. Do not make me like jet myself into the air.
Yep.
And I also figured out what it is, Lillian. This is crazy, but this is why it's so bad on the Verrazano. When you've got the great big buttresses and they're very, very, very high, and you can't really see skyline.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because it also happened to me in a 60-foot tall parking garage. When I went to the top and I couldn't see any buildings, I started to freak out. And I felt like I was at the top of the World Trade Center, but in fact, so my hack has actually been with the bridges, with knowing that now, looking down and seeing that like, oh, I'm not actually very high up in the air. There's just not a lot of...
Which is exactly the opposite of what the common wisdom is. That's exactly the opposite. They're like, don't look down. You're like, no, I must face my fear.
Right. I mean, it's not directly down. Directly down makes my vagina hurt.
Sure.
Literally. Sure. But like a that down, and like to be like, oh, the water is actually not precipitously low.
Right.
It's, I get it. You know, and this is why going over the George Washington is actually easier for me, because there's so many things that are higher than it.
Yeah, that's so smart. I get that.
Isn't that weird?
That's so weird. Bodies
That's
are
why
so
I can't
strange.
go on roller coasters anymore.
I had a period of time where I couldn't, if it was a floor to ceiling glass window, I couldn't get near it. I'm okay with it now. Only to the outside. If it was like a glass elevator, it wasn't a big deal. But I remember, and especially if it's the kind of windows that are like, instead of being straight up and up, they're angled out just a little bit, which is supposed to give you a little bit of like whoopee. But like we went to the edge, the lookout that's called the edge. I had no problems with that at all. I could walk like right out, even to the boingy part. I had no problem.
No, it hurts so much. Oh my God.
Which, by the way, if anybody is interested, hang on a second. Restaurant the Edge. Okay, so there's a restaurant called Peak in New York City, and it is at the top of whatever that building that the Edge is on, which is it's a overlook. It's a thing that you walk out on, which has its own ticket. But if you make a reservation at Peak, you get to go out on the Edge, and the ticket I think for the Edge is like probably like $18-20 by itself. And the food at the Peak is not that expensive, and it's really good. Like, it could be hot dogs up there. It could be literally a $40 hot dog, and people would go up there just for the view. I saw 2 people fucking get engaged while we were there. Like, it's that kind of joint. It could be a Hard Rock Cafe. It could be nonsense garbage. It could just be like $14 waffle fries. And but no, it was fascinating food. Like, it was so interesting and yummy. They were also doing a weird influencer party that night, so we got to see a lot of crazy ass people.
Exciting.
But it was also cold out, so I want to go back when it's warm. Yeah, it was cool.
Girl, have I ever told you about the worst anniversary of my life?
Huh. No.
Okay. When I was married, one of my anniversaries was in the city, and we went to go see Wicked, and then I was taken out to dinner. And I was told by my then husband that he was taking me somewhere special, and like it was a surprise.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, first of all, you have to know that by the end of Wicked, I am sobbing.
Of course.
And I had just had a weird friend breakup. And so I'm like, I know exactly
what time of your life this is. Yeah.
Yes. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm a mess. I think it might have been my 3rd anniversary. So my ex is like, I have reservations at a restaurant. It's a surprise. And I'm just like shudder crying. And we go to the Marriott in Times Square,
Mm-hmm.
and we are escorted into an elevator that is an
Mm-hmm.
elevator for about 40 feet, and then it turns into a glass capsule, and I have a total fucking panic attack as we go higher and higher and higher, and there are no floors in between. You're just lifting up into the sky, and everybody else in this elevator is like, ooh, ah, looking out. And I think he was like, look out the window. And I was like, no. And then finally, it felt like we were in there for a half an hour. Finally, it opens. It opens to the lobby of a rotating restaurant.
That's
right.
the view. Mm-hmm.
That's the view. It opens in the lobby, and we get checked in, and we get escorted to our table, which specially for the anniversary is at the lip. And I am a shivering leaf, and I'm like, excuse me, could we please be moved to the middle of the restaurant? And they're like, oh, ma'am, for this special occasion, we wanted you. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I need to sit down in the middle right now.
You couldn't have been the first person. You couldn't possibly have been the first person to have that reaction.
Oh my God.
Harper. Thank you for making this special table. Can I actually sit on the buffet table, which is not rotating? Can I sit there?
So I don't even
sit down right by the elevator.
Yes.
Where you can't see anything.
Yes, 100%, Lillian. So we do get seated a little bit more. Sorry. Oh my God.
It's expensive too.
Yes, it was very expensive.
That place is definitely overpriced.
For sure, because they can get away with it with tourists. So this was our special anniversary dinner, and I'm like shaking and crying and like eating my filet mignon, I'm sure. And I think dinner was probably good. I may have even had a drink just to try and like calm my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And we have dessert, and I want to say my husband was even like, oh, maybe like, are you calm enough to like look out the window now? To his credit, he was really trying to salvage a shocking situation for him. And so eventually I got oh, good boy. Eventually I got bold enough to just like look out for a moment, and like then look back at my plate and like look out, and he was like, see the sunset. I'm like, so
he timed it for the sunset too. Oh, he really thought he was doing a good one.
He did. He did. Yep. And I'm sure we were given some kind of dessert. I'm sure it was very delicious. And then
you've used so much passive voice in this story. You could tell that you're terrified just even remembering it.
Right.
I was taken. We were given. We were seated.
And then as we left, I was like, oh God, now I have to get back in that fucking elevator. And I don't think I can do it. I can't do it.
You like put me down the freight shaft or something?
How did you know? So I said to the host or whatever, I was like, listen, I need to get out of this restaurant, and I cannot take that elevator again. I can't do it. And they were like, oh, but ma'am, this is the like, and I'm like, you must have a freight elevator,
you're gonna have to
right?
Fucking medevac me.
I would be closer to being medevaced out of the top of that building.
Right,
oh
exactly.
My God. Yep. Oh. And they're like, ma'am, the freight elevator is, and I'm like, I understand. You don't have to clean it up for me, but that's the only way I'm getting out of this building.
I don't care if there's clam chowder lining the floor.
Yep. So we are hesitantly taken to the freight elevator, where like it's, total back room of kitchen storage. There's like shrimp on the floor, the tiles grubby, the paint's peeling off the doors. I get in there, and it lands me in the loading zone. We have to walk like through an alley to get back to Times Square. I don't even know where the fuck we are, Lillian. Yep. And that was the most hair-raising anniversary I ever had.
Oh my God, that's so funny. There was a part of me, and I knew that you were talking about heights, so I had a feeling that's where you were going, but there was a part of me that was like, come on, Mars 2112.
That was early dates.
Oh, nice.
Early dates at Mars 2112. Absolutely.
Don and I never got to go, and that was definitely a place I would have gone for sure.
I think that's where we went on a dating anniversary once.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
We were very young. We were like 21, 22.
And I did go to, although I think it was with tourist friends who made me go to Ellen's Stardust Diner, the like sock hop restaurant where all the waiters sing. Which I was, if I was going into that having not like interviewed to work there, I think I would have enjoyed it a great deal more. But my interview process, like I didn't even actually get to the main interview because the person kept forgetting that I had an interview with them. And it came like, Christ. You had to be ready to sing. And they made a big deal. They were like, we're on Broadway, right next to the Winter Garden Theater. Like you're basically singing on Broadway. And then, and then one of the servers came up to me and was like, just so you know, you have to buy your entire fucking outfit, including saddle shoes. And I was like, what? She was like, you have to buy 2 sets of the tops, 2 sets of the poodle skirts, and your own saddle shoes. And I was like, thank you for letting me know. And she went like,
oh,
and I never came back.
What a real one.
Yeah, I went like 2 or 3 times to actually get an interview. And then after that, I was like, no, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good. Who wants to wait tables in saddle shoes?
No, but man, there's really a time limit on that one, isn't there? Yeah. I could have done that for very little time.
No, I would sooner do it in Hooters shimmer hose, which also would rip up your thighs and your feet.
I gotta tell. Oh my God, I fucking bet.
I'm sure. No, that is honestly the part that is horrifying to me about Hooters. The rest of it doesn't appeal to me in any way, but I get it and it's fine. But the fact that they make them wear those dance tights.
I love
everybody must have yeast infections all the time.
Oh no.
It's the same company that's been making those shimmer hose since the dawn of time. Like they're the kind of hose that like the fire baton girls would spray down with this asbestos spray or whatever the fuck it was. Yes. Like they're meant to be thick so that you cannot see anyone's cellulite underneath them. And also they must feel terrible. They must feel terrible.
I loved them when I was a dancer, when I was a kid. I thought they were cool. So fun. Yeah,
they were fun.
But oh God, no one would want to work in them.
No, especially not that job.
No, definitely not. Although I'm sure you would appreciate maybe just having one extra layer between yourself and some gnarly dude.
Okay,
just that element of it, and less the UTI and
very valid. Now that I'm thinking about that, maybe it feels nice to feel less exposed. I can't imagine that anybody would be. Yeah. Okay. All right. I understand this costumatorial decision now. I get it.
Yeast infections, though, might just, might win the day. It has to be
like wearing a bathing suit all the time. Like, but also with your feet getting ground up like in cheese graters.
Yes, totally.
Anyway. And your toes all squished. Mm-hmm. Do you know a bunch of Hooters just like mysteriously closed maybe 6 months ago?
I did not.
In the, in this world where everything is wildly impermanent. Yeah, I mean, I was never a Joann's Fabrics person, but I imagine how terrible that must have been when it closed for some people.
R.I.P. the rag shop. I'm still sad about the rag shop.
Are you talking about that weird little store that was on 34th Street?
No,
that was called the Bagman. What are you talking about?
Rag Shop was once upon a time it was like a Michael's but with fabric.
Oh,
It was a
wow.
craft store, but
Mhm.
for whatever fucking reason, Michael's doesn't carry fabric.
No,
And
I
I
know.
don't know why. So, like, the rag shop used to be the place you could go for fabric, along with Joann's, but maybe you grew up in a place that didn't have a Joann's. That's what Peaburg was. We had a
Mhm.
rag shop. Then rag shops closed,
Mm.
and then there was Joann's, and now there's no Joann's.
Yeah.
And Michael's still doesn't have fucking.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Walmart has fabric still.
Still?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Target never did. Target never had a really good craft section.
No. Mm-mm. It's aesthetically
Mhm.
pleasing, but it's not. It's very incomplete.
Yes. Where is your dress from? That's so cute.
Okay, this is great. First of all, we're having a real summer moment here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that it's like smocked pink gingham.
Yay. Yeah, she looks like a little pink tablecloth. You look
There
like
are
you look like the farmer's daughter that no one's supposed to date.
yes. There are pictures of my mother in smocked summer
I
like
love
tube
those. I'm
dresses.
so happy that
Right.
they're back. They always leave such a if you wear them without a bra, they leave a funny pattern on your nips, but
Yes.
it's worth it to not have to wear a bra.
Yes. Although I've really, really, really learned this summer because I've been in such a love affair with bralettes.
Oh yeah.
I've really learned this summer, though, that bralettes make me warmer because
They
there's just
squish
not
it.
as much. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so now I'm actually wearing my real bras much more because the engineering is there for more airflow.
Yeah, I get that. That makes
So I
sense.
am wearing this with a bra, but yeah, I mean, my mom definitely would not have the real 60s to early 80s look is totally commando. But
Yeah.
this is a dress from an Australian brand called Proud Poppy.
Oh yeah, I've looked at their stuff.
I like them very, very, very much.
Cute.
Um, I feel like they might have been very cheap when I first found them, and I do mean that in a good way, like
Sure.
in a wow, what do you mean this dress is only like $25?
Oh wow.
Um
Uh-huh.
uh and it might have just been because it's Australian, so
Mhm.
it might have been the currency exchange rate at the time,
Oh, that's
or
true. How
they might have
interesting.
been newer and just been trying to get more customers. But their stuff is still like appropriately priced.
Yes. Yeah, it's very
Um
reasonable.
I like them so much. And this is like my only dress by them that's not one of those sort of wild patterns.
Yeah, they're
All
pretty
of the stuff
wacky.
that looks Lisa Frankie is
Mhm,
by
mhm.
them. I really, really like them. They have a pretty decent size range. They go up to an Australian 30, which is probably not that far off from a US 30, given how their sizing works for me. So I like it very much. And then this is just
Yay.
like tiers of gingham with bric-a-brac, with fucking
Oh,
bric-a-brac.
so cute. That's so cute.
So it's pink and then blue and then some red
Oh my
and there's
god.
I know
Little
it's
layer cake.
cute as fuck. I
That makes me
love
wanna
this
make a
thing.
trifle.
I have been having the urge to make a cake so badly.
Oh, I want layers of fruit with whipped cream in between, that's all.
Oh, is that
I
what a
think tri
trifle
No,
technically
I think
is?
that might be more of a parfait, but I think a trifle does have, like, cake in it.
Mmm. I
Mm.
just want a good fucking funfetti.
Why is that the best?
The best.
Confetti is the best.
Hmm.
It's like
Unquestionably.
it's like a buttery and vanilla-y situation, and it's always just like a perfect texture. I actually have a funfetti cake by Box Mix in my room
Yes.
right now, and I also have a uh for some reason there's a Dolly Parton banana flavored cake,
I
which
like it.
yeah, I'm here for it.
That sounds amazing.
I don't know what bananas have to do with her, but let's go.
I bet you Southern banana pudding.
Yeah, but I don't think of that in cake form at all. But
Oh.
like southern banana pudding is such a specific combination, just not just of flavors but also textures, because you need to have Nilla wafers in it, and they need to have sat in there long enough to get a little soft, but you need to have a layer on the top that's a little bit crunchy, Um, yeah, Southern banana pudding is real specific.
It's like a fruity tiramisu.
It is creamy, fruity. You know, bananas. What Virginia is known for: dogwoods, cardinals, bananas.
um, I wanted to talk a little bit about AI today.
Okay.
And I want to preface this by saying, like, Lillian and I use AI. We're all using AI, whether we know it or not. Tragically, there's not a lot of consent and permission involved in it, and it's incredibly overwhelming. So this is not at all a judgment, especially for tools that I and we use. Like,
Yes.
AI
I
is
want to say that I am way more reluctant than you are. I'm coming around because it is inevitable, and I've been a late adopter to too many things that I've been really sad that I was like,
agreed.
oh, I don't want to, I don't want to. And then by the
Agreed.
time you have to, everyone assumes that you just know what it
Yes.
is, and then you're like, oh God.
Yes.
So I really, yeah, I'm trying to get on board. I did use it the other day. I can't do word problems. And I was like, I have an 8.5 and 11 by piece of paper. I need to divide it into 4 equal pieces. What are the dimensions of each of those pieces? And it was like,
Right.
bloop. And I
Yep.
was like, oh, good. And I know that there's people out there who are like, dumb, you just divide this in half and that in half. And at the same time, I hear you. And it's not how my brain works.
Sure. Yes. Yes. I mean, ChatGPT is absolutely why Bear is alive now.
Right.
ChatGPT has helped me possibly keep Jory alive, but definitely help them in a pinch. Like, it is helpful. And I too have canonically been a late adopter in ways that I've found have stymied me, especially because my view has always been, it'll be just a phase. And then it's not just a fucking phase.
I know.
And I'm not right at the end of the day. So I have really tried to be that person earlier on with AI, but then I was like, I just feel like I have to figure out what my use is and stay with that on principle. And it's definitely been a really good information aggregator, basically, in ways that a typical search function cannot. However, I realize I'm the old lady in the corner with the cane saying, "Get off my lawn." I can't get over how much people are just using ChatGPT for to masquerade as their own content. And I say this specifically.
And you can tell.
Oh my God, can you
are
ever
not
tell?
fooling anyone. That's why I don't really use it for cover letters anymore, because I'm just like,
Totally.
ugh.
Totally. And it's become more and more obvious. Like, I even feel like back at the turn of the year in like November, December, it was not this obvious because it was not this widespread yet. And
when it made its way into Canva as a feature, I feel like people were really like, let's go.
Yeah.
Which I'm
right.
again not. I get it. I understand all of it, but it was a lot easier to use.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. And there is it smacks so hard of like someone trying to do impressive poetry in the 90s / the infomercials that come on at 4 a.m.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Constant sassy declarative statements, 3 in a row. Each one gets a period. The question? Question mark? Yeah. Then this. That's the voice it has, right? Like,
and why? Why is that the voice? Who
and
has trained it?
why?
Who has trained it?
Max Headroom.
Max Headroom's like sassy gay cousin.
Yes. And like the use of emojis and check marks and everything being its own slug line. I mean, Yeah.
You have just that I made it on Canva group that I was
Mm.
telling you about. Someone just posted a bunch of incredible, like actually very useful tips and tricks, because people keep posting in there, how are you actually making money with this? And then people will be like, here's something vague. You can buy my coaching.
Uh-huh.
But people aren't actually dropping actual hints. And I would say that except for that foot girl, no one actually is making any money off of it. The girl who's doing AI foot pics is like, honestly, can we make her president
Her and
tonight?
Luigi Mangione.
Yes.
The
Yes.
heroes of the
That
world
girl
right
and
now.
Luigi. Not worth
Prom
me.
king and queen. Did you see the recent picture of him that came out? He looks like a Renaissance painting. Yes, he does.
I'm gonna cry. Ugh. But no, she posted stuff exactly like what you're saying, where it had like a
Right.
little emoji instead of like a bullet point for each thing.
Uh-huh.
Boop. Woo. Which is so funny to know that she is posting hints that ChatGPT gave her. And also, Brills, a lot of people have said in there, you're asking us this question. Have you tried asking ChatGPT this question? Go there
Mm-hmm.
first, see what it says, and then come back and see how you can integrate it. Which, again, as a person who's like, I don't want to, can you just people at me, please? We are still on
Yeah.
Facebook. We are not at 00001 book yet.
Yes. Yes. Oh man. I read the most beautiful real person essay on Substack the other day that was like
Look at you.
our
Why are you doing this?
because of my
It's your
necklace.
necklace. She's doing Soprano's hand.
I'm just a princess. I read the most fucking beautiful essay on Substack that was like compression culture, which is such a great term for it, is making us all stupider and more boring. And it was like a
Not
great,
all of us.
not
It's
all of
making
us.
the boring people more boring for sure.
Definitely, definitely. But even just like the way we think we can game anything. Can you give me the knowledge of this whole book in one soundbite, in one little chat GPT list? Can you wrap this up? What's the hack? What's the top 5 list that right? Just
Mhm.
the way that everything is given to us right now, it takes the experience out of living. And
Mhm.
like, yeah, you could understand, you could immediately digest and spit out that you understand the theory of this book, but you won't have what it does to you as you read it.
Right, right, right,
You're
right,
not going to
right.
get it in your body and in your person. And that's so true. Like how little information sticks with us now. I wonder if it's because the way we're taking it in is thinner and more shallow, and it's not as
Experiential.
experiential as it
Yeah.
would have been with shit that we know we'll never forget, right? Because we could tie it to this person or seeing this documentary or whatever, right? But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. And it was just really lovely. And I didn't even think to talk about this because it feels so, we're talking about this all the time, like just in society, not you and me. Um, we're talking about this all the time, but I went to the blog of a friend of mine who I know as a writerish content creator and
Oh,
whose
no.
brain I really like and whose point of view I really wanted to hear in their words. And I went to this blog and all I saw were articles generated by ChatGPT. That's it. That's it. And I was like, where is their voice? Where is that thing that I want from them? I want you to be fucking imperfect.
Mhm.
No, we are not okay. First of all, not everybody's meant to be a writer, and I don't mean that in a diggy way, but not everybody's meant to be a writer with whatever panache ChatGPT is programmed with,
Very
which I would really argue is not panache. But it sounds like shitty middle of the night advertising copy. And so
It's
not
try hard.
everybody,
It's very
very
try
try
hard.
hard, very try hard, and not everybody has that some people do honestly have that voice, and it's okay if I hear it from them, but definitely not everybody has that voice, and some people are bad writers, and you know what, that's okay. Like I still want to hear it come from you. I'm looking for the imperfection. I'm looking for the grit and not just the fucking shrink wrapped bullshit. And I'm certainly looking for your unique fucking essence to come out from there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just astounding. And I was like, oh, and instead of engaging me further, because I'm sure they thought that they could just kind of farm that out, because they do a lot of stuff with video, right? Where the
Mm.
video is their effort, which I get it. Like, you only have so many hours in a day. But um all it made me want to do was not look at it anymore.
I know, I know. I'm so averse to it also.
I think that's appropriate. I think we have to figure out where the happy medium is, if indeed there is one. I do think that there are things for which it is an excellent external brain.
Hmm.
I think it's an excellent external computer. I think it's an excellent, I mean, I might do it with things that I've written and I'm like, please condense this into 200 words, right?
Yeah, that's a good use
Hey,
of that for sure.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Or, that might just be the quickie way to do it and it doesn't. Yeah.
I used it because I was like, I need new ways to advertise for my local shows. And I specifically was like, here's where I'm doing it. These are the type of people I'm trying to reach. Free would be great, but I'm willing to pay. And it did point me to some outlets that I did not know about. And I was like,
Nice.
okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. So good. So good with science, so good with medicine, and I would always say cross-reference shit. Oh, that's how
Still
you
not good with
learned what you learned,
no, no,
right?
no, still not good with spelling, which is insane. Because if
That is
I
crazy.
put recently something, it's I know, and Grace isn't going to hear this beforehand, but it has something to do with Grace's birthday. Um
Oh,
and so
yes.
I tried to put starring, like I was like, do this and then put these words on it. And half the time it said staring. Why can't
Uh-huh.
why can't you spell the thing right that I just gave you? I just told you how to do it. I
Yeah, I have
literally
no
said this
idea.
is what the word is, and then you were like, nah.
I don't know. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that it's
No,
not,
me
right?
too. Me too, but that is
But also, you had one job. let
so strange.
alone let alone all of these, like, many examples coming up where people are either falling in love with their chatbot, or using them as therapy. And like, uh,
It's so
absolutely
sad.
do not do
I
that,
know,
do
it's so
not do
sad and
that, do
weird.
not do that. It is very sycophantic. I will say that when I go to the thread that I have about Bear's health, which is like, what might this mean, what
Mhm.
might this symptom mean, knowing what you know, what do these test results mean, right? It's very scientific. It will also always come at me with empathy that is not unwelcome. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, this is still nice, but like, that is where it ends.
That I can
um
see how that could be nicer than like a WebMD thing that's like, "Do you have a red spot? You have
yeah.
leprosy."
Yeah, exactly. No, no, this thing tells me I'm a good mom. And like, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I know you're supposed to do that, but still, it's not like, not no. But, never would I be like, hey, here's a complex human emotion.
Mhm,
Tell
mhm.
me about it, or whatever. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's malicious in intent. I don't know if it's just like the snake eating itself, of like, that it can't logic its way. I don't know, but it's giving a lot of really, really bad and dangerous advice, and like, so don't do that.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I now see it. I now see the verbiage everywhere.
I just literally last night saw that, noticed it. So to hear you say it, it makes me feel cool, like I'm actually kind of keeping up with the zeitgeist a little bit. That has been my biggest issue about stepping away from social media, is that if I will not say, what's it called? Hypothetical or whatever, when you're like, when you do this, then you feel this. It's a way that people remove themselves from something that's uncomfortable. People do it to talk about trauma a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
hear when
Like
people,
passive.
yeah, I don't know what it's
Like, I
called, but
feel statements.
instead of I feel, it's um so like when you're this is what someone would say. When you are in a cult, you don't know you're in a cult. Instead of saying, I was in a cult and I
Oh.
didn't know I was in a cult.
Oh,
But whatever that is,
oh.
shifting it off of you and into the person to be like, this is how
Mm.
you would feel.
Okay,
Um,
gotcha.
anyway, I completely lost my train of thought, but
Oh no.
that's fine.
That kind of language?
Yeah, but I don't remember what I was trying to tie that to.
Dang. Oh, bummer. Sorry, girl. Yeah, I'm seeing it in everything. And ironically, it was seen and got called out in the comments of someone who was posting about how we need to show up very authentically in the world and owning who we are and like divesting from tech and blah blah blah. And it was so clearly written by ChatGPT. And all the comments were like, girl, are you really gonna say this and we can all see that it's from, it's just so boring.
It is
Everything
boring.
feels boring and has that same, you know what you need, this, who's gonna take any shit, not you. Like, I don't need to hear that anymore, and it's so boring coming from all of you. It's so boring. And I just like, I'm craving not only reality, but imperfection. I'm craving someone who is going to be whatever their flavor with words is, whether it's
Mhm.
like totally non engaging or whether it's florid or whether it's, you know, like staccato. Like, I want you. I want to have that
Style.
experience of
Right.
your voice. And I feel it also, and I feel like it's so intrinsically tied to looks right now, too.
Oh yeah,
Like
you were talking about that. Absolutely.
filters, like right from when filters were what people were doing. And I was like, I ain't going near that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I can tell it's just going to make me want something that is not at all real or
Right.
authentic and is unreplicable
Right.
unless I wanted to go have cosmetic surgery.
Right.
Um,
It doesn't make any sense, especially if you are sending a picture to like the way people catfish with it. Like, you know that that person doesn't have actual butterflies coming out of their hair. So why would anything about
yes.
the rest of this picture be real? Like,
Yes, exactly.
so tomorrow night, Don and I are going to Gaia, which is the one-day choir thing where you learn music really fast and then everybody sings it all together. I'm so
Yes.
excited for him to get this experience. The song is a hauntingly beautiful arrangement of "You Will Be Found" from Dear Evan Hansen, which is I was like, okay. And now that I've listened to it, I mean, I listened to it more with they give you voice parts to choose from and then one where you can hear everybody equally. And I've mostly been trying to lock into mine. So I only listened to the full choral version once, and then I listened to my part like 8 times, and I went back and listened to them all together, and I almost cried in the shower. I was like, "This is beautiful."
Yeah. Oh my
But it
God.
was funny. There's 2 there's soprano, mezzo, and then there's alto 1 and 2. And alto 1 and 2 have a lot of the melody at the beginning, which is not usually what I like. So
Mhm.
that, and also it was a little high, and I was like, I understand cross voicing, but this doesn't make sense to me. So mezzo it is. And then when I finally printed out the sheet music, there was a little note that was like, altos, you have the melody through a lot of the beginning. Don't worry, it switches up later. And some of it gets a little high. We invite you to think about like what it means for your voice to sound vulnerable and what it means for your voice to sound imperfect. And I was like,
Oh
oh
my God. That's fucking
my god,
beautiful.
because I listened to it and I was like, nope. And I'm not going to change. I'm still going to do the one that I've been listening to. But I mentioned it to Don. I was like, that's so funny because that's why I didn't pick that part.
Because it
Um,
was that
and he goes,
intentional.
well, some people like a challenge. And I said, uh, sopranos.
yeah.
That's not altos. Altos
Yeah.
have enough on our plate already. We're not trying to stretch. We're not trying to grow. We already have weird fucking parts. We're the ones who are like, I want to be the
Mm,
jelly. I want to
yes.
make the stuff all yummy and gooey in the middle and not
Totally.
like stand out. But it was just very funny. He was like, some people like a challenge. I was like, not altos.
No.
That's not,
We like
we don't
being
need
the
anything.
berries
Yes,
of,
exactly.
yeah. Yep. Kathy Hartman, God rest her soul, used to call us truck driving altos.
Yep. Yep. And without that truck,
That's right.
you're riding off the road. So truck driving altos.
I think she'd say it, especially when we got a little bit too.
You, guilty. Been guilty.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Please make sure that there's some kind of video you can ultimately send me.
Yeah, for sure.
/ if they don't post it for some reason, I'm just going to need to hear it.
Yeah. It's a masked event, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't sung in a mask in a while, but it's fine. Whatever. There is a lot of shit going on around right now. Thankfully, I have missed it and have been mostly well. But we're about to go to an 80th birthday party, so we're certainly not trying to bring
yes.
crud.
Good on you. Good on you.
Well, this was great.
I loved it. Fuck buddies, go on some rides for me in my dizzy and terrified honor. Use up your stickers.
Yeah, use your stickers.
Use
if you
your
got stickers pulling on things.
I finally broke in once I started like really using, artisanal water bottles. I was like, all right, gonna break these suckers out. It's a real game of mortality,
I just got a hardcover, a hard case suitcase, and I feel like I want to put stickers on it.
You do want to put stickers on it. Use your stickers. Go on good rides. Look cute, and your authentic everything is exactly right. Exactly right.
And even
no
if
filters.
It's not exactly where you want to be right now, do a little work on it.
Yeah. Yes.
Doing the work can be hard, but it's usually very rewarding, even if it's whatever the thing is. Practice is something that I resist so hard, and then when I do it, I enjoy doing it.
That's right.
Unless it's dancing in heels, but everything else I like.
I'll be real. Every time I see like a heels dance class, I just die a little bit inside. It looks so fucking painful.
It ain't for everybody.
No.
But find a different dance class.
That's right.
But yeah. We adore you, and thank you for listening.
I love you, Lillian Basil.
Stay cool. I love you, Jennifer Ponda.
We love you, fuck buddies.
We do.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, friends.